Any guesses on what I'm going to be talking about today? We're going to be talking about 100th day. So I'm going to get rid of some of my props here and I will talk more about them in a little bit. But 100th day is probably quickly approaching if you celebrate that at school. And I wanted to share with you some things that I've made for 100th day. And I've made some really fun things that I'm excited about. I've been wanting to do it for a really long time and I just haven't had time to do it. So we're going to take a peek into what I have going on. I'm going to try to get through this pretty quick because honestly, there's 24 different activities and a lot of them can be purchased separately. So if you see a thing or two that you like, I did them like I unbundled them and bundled them. The bundled product is 50% off though. So if you see things you like, come and check them out. All right, first thing I'm going to show you is I've been doing phonics puzzles, which are so much fun. And so I have some 100th day phonics puzzles. So basically students are going to get 2 sheets of paper and they have to read the words. So bus, cut it out, glue it on the picture of the bus. It will form a picture, of course, a 100th day picture. And then they can color it in. Now, this is a short vowel one, but I have blends, I have digraphs, I have diphthongs, I have R-controlled vowels, I have silent E, I have long vowels. So I should have you covered with whatever skill you want to be doing. All right, so those are the phonics puzzles. Then I also have, oh, this is fun. So I like to do the STEM challenge. I did this for New Year's and it was so much fun. And basically the students are going to get a booklet and they're going to plan their own 100th day party. Basically the scenario is that the teacher went to the store. She couldn't find any invitations or decorations or anything for 100th day. And so now the kids have to make that up instead. And so I like to put them in groups and then they can work on different things. You can do it however you want. But I do usually give them something to do. So I might have one group is working on decorations. One group is working on 100th day signs. One is working on invitations. One is working on games, 100th day games. They can come up with their own games or activities to do. And I have other examples in the packet as well, but they're going to plan out their STEM activity. And then of course you got to have the party. And then after the party, you're going to go ahead and they're going to fill out like what worked well, and then what would they do differently the next time. All right, so here's one of the little party favors. All right, this is a favorite here. Directed drawings of grandma and grandpa. So I provide the steps to do the drawings. So you can demonstrate for the kids step by step and they will follow along with you. And then I have paper that says when I am 100 and then they will follow along. They will draw their picture of grandma and grandpa. All right, next up I have the case of the missing 100th day collection. This is a math mystery, one of my favorites. And basically students are going to read, you're going to read with them the missing 100th day collection. And it's just a little story about 100th day, how they're celebrating, they're making hats, they're playing games. But then when it comes time to share their 100th day collections, Chad cannot find his 100th day collection. All right, so there's Chad. He can't find his collection of gumballs. And so then the mystery starts. And the students are in charge of finding who stole Chad's gumballs. And so there are 8 suspects. And in the book, it does show the suspects. And it's going to tell a little bit about each suspect. So we've got that what collection they brought in, what color hair, and then what age they are. And these are going to help the students figure out who actually stole the gumballs. Now, the last 2 pages are not filled in yet. These are going to get filled in at the end, okay? Once they figure out who stole the gumballs. So next up, you're going to give your students a little packet, and there's 4 clues in it. And each clue is going to get rid of suspects until they end up with 1 at the end. The first math skill that they're going to do is filling in 120 chart puzzles. And then this says the thief does not have brown hair. And so on the very back page, they can cross off all of the kids that have brown hair. All right, so you talk about those together, cross them off as you go. Now the second skill is addition within 20, subtraction within 20, third clue. And then the last skill is place value blocks. Now with this mystery, when they get finished, they're going to end up with one person left, and that is going to actually be Chad. Now I know he's the one missing his collection, right? So you'll give them this paper here. Congratulations, they solved the case. They're going to cut out Chad, and they're going to glue Chad into their book along with the next box here. And it basically said, congratulations, you found the thief. When interviewed, Chad said, I went to get my lunch out of my backpack and I found my gumballs. And then on the last page, you're going to glue the end of the story. And it says, Chad forgot to take his 100-day collection of gumballs out of his backpack when he got to school. After lunch, they shared their collections and did some fun STEM activities. So he didn't really steal his own gumballs. Nobody stole his gumballs. He just never took them out. All right, so that is the math mystery. So much fun. Kids love it. Next thing I have is another STEM activity. This one is a little easier to set up. So basically this one is you can have different stations and just have 100 items of these things at each station. So I have pattern blocks, cubes, and they're going to see if they can build different things, anything they want, out of 100. Playing cards, that's fun. You might want to show them some pictures online of some card houses and things. It's a little trickier. Build a boat. This one is fun. So get a tub of water, give them some foil. They have to build a boat, and then they put 100 pennies in there to see if it'll stay afloat. And then cups. You can do like solo cups. You can do Dixie cups, whatever kind of cups you want. See if they can make a tower. Now there are 2 recording sheets. This one is to be used with any one of the STEM challenges. So they would circle what it is, draw what they built, and answer if the challenge worked. They built something out of 100. The next sheet has all 6 on there. So then they could record each one as they go through them. So, all right, that's that STEM activity. Oh, next up, I have some games. Now, of course, students love games, right? I made some games that they probably already have played before and will know how to play, so directions won't be as difficult for you. First, I have Candyland, and it says, don't be late for the 100th day of school. So I have like the Candyland cards with the squares, and then of course the picture cards. If they draw one of those, they have to go back. I also have Snakes and Ladders, which is very similar to Chutes and Ladders. Of course, they go up the ladder, down the snake, see who gets to the cake first. I have Bump, where they roll 2 dice, add them together, and then they can put their marker on each one. They can bump each other off or lock it in if they have to. There are directions to all of these games as well in the packet. And then I have Go Fish, always fun. I have digraphs and I have long vowels in this one. And the last one is Memory. So the memory game just has some different pictures, like 100th day pictures that they have to remember. All right, so that's the games. Next one I have, this one's kind of fun. I have an ice cream cone. So students will get the cone, they will get 10 scoops, and they have to put them in order from 10 to 100. Okay, now I'm going to actually share my computer screen with you for the next thing, because the next packet has a lot of different things in it. All right, so first, let's go through this way. All right, so there is a word search in here, which I do actually have for free as well on my store. And then the hats that I had showed you, There's actually 2 of them to choose from. And then necklaces. So I have black and white and color, so you can choose which one to do. They can make a necklace to wear. I am 100 Days Smarter sign if you want to take pictures. Here's a little exercise worksheet, so they can do these exercises, color in the stars. Fruit Loops necklace. So they can make a Fruit Loops necklace. They can put 10 in each box and then string it on the yarn, or I have 10s frames to do that. Race to 100. So students can play Race to 100 with a die, and then they will color in however many they roll, see who gets to the end first. Heads or tails, you'll use a coin for this. If it's heads, they're going to color it red. If it's tails, they color it blue, and then they'll see how many, they'll do it 100 times and see how many heads and tails they had. And then how many licks. They'll do a Tootsie Pop, do 100 licks, colored in every time they do a lick, and see if they're at the end. And then there's exercises and a couple other things, 100 seconds. They can do things for 100 seconds, including like writing their name, words, singing the alphabet. And I do have some recording pages for how many words they can write. And then the famous $100 writing. What would you do if you had $100? So they can draw a picture on the back of what they would do. All right, this one is a product of their own. It's basically a no prep product, if you're interested in that. This one. All right, so I also have some exercises, which are lots of fun. And basically they're videos. So we just click the video, and this one is 15 seconds long, even the introductory slide. So you might want to like fast forward through that introductory slide. But then basically students are going to do each exercise 10 times. There's 10 exercises. So of course that's going to make 100. So there's 10 different ones in there. Now here, this is a great way to practice some addition and subtraction. I have, oh, there it goes. Oh, I think I got it twice. All right, so I have this PowerPoint, and students will actually get a paper copy that will look like this here. And I have whatever color crayons they need. What they'll do is they're going to solve the problem. They'll write it on their worksheet. And then on the next slide, it's going to show what piece to color. So then they will color that piece on their paper. So we're going to go through addition and some subtraction problems. So it goes all the way through until you get to the end, and they have a full picture colored in. And the last thing I believe that I'm showing you is the 100th day portrait. So much fun. So I like to use, this is so bad, but I like to use, I kind of cut this out here, the aging booth is what it's called. It's an app. It's a free app, and basically you take the students' pictures and it'll turn them into old people. And I have different shirts. I have the oval, so you can print those off, the tags that say I'm 100. And then what I like to do is I just print these off, cut them out, and then they can glue them on. They can add eyebrows or mustaches or whatever using cotton balls. I also let them have buttons if they want to add some buttons as earrings or on their shirts for buttons. So that's kind of fun too. So you're going to get heads. If you don't want to use the app, you can use the head. And then there's different shirts. There's a writing sample that goes with it also, if you want to do that. Okay, I think that's just about everything that is included in my 100th day mega packet. And like I said, that one's 50% off. Almost all of these can be bought separately. So if you just like a couple of them, that works out too. So I will be posting links wherever I have this video. And thanks for spending the time, because that took a little while. All right, have fun on 100th day.